I want you to take a look at that bunch of turkeys out there. Will you look at that? I don't know how many turkeys are out there. Gobblers and hens. We know that in the wintertime, all the hens and jakes travel together, all the gobblers travel together. You're at the Eagle, everybody's traveling together, it looks like. Look at all those gobblers out there in full strut. Full strut. Absolutely full strut. Look at that. Beautiful gobblers. Beautiful longbeards. Strutting their stuff this morning. Nice cool morning out there in the 40s. Gonna be another beautiful day. Right here at Thanksgiving, we have turkeys galore. Absolutely, look at that, look at that. It's fantastic. I gotta admit, there's not many places in Oklahoma where you will see that, except on some recreational ranches that have really worked hard to take care of the critters, keep the predators down. That's real detrimental to wild turkey, like coons and possums and skunks, coyotes, bobcats. Coons might be about, oh, look at that deer out there. Looks like a nice buck too, doesn't it? Deer out there behind him. Look at all those gobblers. It's not springtime, boys. But you can do whatever you want. Oh, it's a nice buck coming in. Really, really nice one. That is a gaggle of turkeys for sure. Big bunch of them. They look so great out there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened? Well, the feeder went off. The Texas Hunter feeder went off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that. They come running, every single one of them, in full strut. The gobblers are still in full strut. The hens are eating. The hen says, I know what you're thinking about when I'm thinking about breakfast. Look at that. I mean, absolutely. They're going to clean that up in a hurry. That's another reason we have a big bunch of wild turkeys here. We make sure they have plenty to eat. We make sure they have plenty to eat. Is that spectacular? Wow. Wow. What a deal, Lucille. How about that? Goodness sakes alive. Isn't that something? No. It didn't take long. It didn't take long at all for them to clean up all of the South Fresh deer food at that Texas Hunter feeder. Look at that. And now they're going about their day, doing whatever they want to do, roaming around the ranch, having a great time. And there they are. They cleaned that food up in about maybe 5 minutes. I got me a cup of coffee, walked back here to take a look at them up from this window. By then, they were already about through eating. Not even 5 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. That feeder went off, and they said, there's the gravy train. So there they are, bunches and bunches and bunches of them. The big buck, he walked off over that way. He's looking, hunting a girlfriend. What a way to start another great day. I love this ranch. I suppose while we're talking about turkeys, we just will talk about Canadian geese. There's a little bunch of geese out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 looks like. So that's our little bunch that raised here this year. Raised 7 babies. They've become pretty tame. They hang around, walk in the yard occasionally and eat. And they're around close to the bank down there, just like they are there. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's our bunch. You see that we have a little color still on the mountain. Not much. Colors didn't get bright at all this year, but you got the sun shining on them this morning, which is different than it has been the last 2 or 3 days, which has been real foggy. Beautiful, beautiful reflection there on the water. So you can see that we have some color, but definitely not much. You get up on that mountain there, that's a lot of cedar trees up there. That mountain up there stays green. Back off and see what the mountain looks like. Just looking at it without zooming in. Yeah, things are just gorgeous out there today. Absolutely gorgeous. I said earlier that it was in the low 40s. It's actually 37 degrees is what it got down to. 37. That was much, much colder. Yesterday was gorgeous, beautiful. The sun's over the mountain. Another fantastic day starts. But winter is definitely on the way, but it's about time. It's almost December. Right here at the door of December. The door of December is upon us. So, I love it. Crappie are biting. Yes, they are. The bass have slowed down considerably. But I was down there with one of my buddies the other day, Dylan Dubois. We caught 55 right there off that dock. That's right, 55. I think Dylan might have caught more than I did. He said he loves crappie fishing. He might not love it any more than me, but let me tell you, Dylan loves it. Good fisherman too. Yes, sir. 4 incredible bald eagles just showed up. I'm down there on the dock, crappie fishing with a little crappie magic. There's that one over there right now. I don't know if I got him in the center of the screen or not, trying to. He's clear over on the other side of the lake. Big, beautiful bald eagle. And a couple of others, there's 4 actually showed up, and 3 beautiful bald eagles, and another one that did not have color. Could have been a golden, could have been a big golden eagle, or it could have been another bald eagle, a young one. The 2 showed up together were a bald eagle, 2 fully mature bald eagles, and then the other that showed up was a bald eagle mature with one. There's that one right there in the center. See the little white there? I've got that almost all the way out. Put that out at 9. I think I saw something on the new iPhones where they've got more than 9 power. All you can see is just kind of a white spot there, so it's really kind of difficult to tell much about that. Where the other one was over here, I've lost him now. They land over there in those trees. Need some really 40 power binoculars to really see them very well. I think it's him right there though, right in the dead center. There might be another one right there. I'm not positive. Kind of looking for white. Definitely that's one right there. Saw it moving, as a matter of fact. A couple flew off down toward the dam. I saw 4 of them in the air at once, so there's at least 4. There's another one right there in the dead center. You see his white tail. So that's pretty cool. Tried to get some flying pictures, but they all decided to land about the time I decided to take a picture of them. Par for the course. I came out to take a look at Stormy's big 10-point she killed. Big, beautiful 10-point, huge sized deer. Wind's blowing like crazy. I'm trying to shield it all I can. But while we were standing here, I looked up and deer started walking in from every direction. Look at this. Look at this. Try to block the wind as much as I can. Look at this. There's 10 or 12 deer walked in here. Nice buck there. You think that they don't know that this cold front's here? Apache's throwing out stuff for them. There's 10 or 12 deer. Some more run off down that way a little bit, but they just come walking up while we were standing here, like we weren't here at all. Look at all of them down through there. I don't even know how many there are. I think it's only one buck. Not positive. I know that the wind. Oh, there's TC. That's another buck. I know the wind's blowing in here real badly. There's just lots and lots of deer. It's almost dark. Kind of grainy on the picture just because it is so dark. TC. There's deer scattered everywhere down through there. Look at those ears and all sticking. There's three up behind those burn cans. They're just kind of, they just all come walking up like a bunch of geese or something walking up. I don't know how many of them's there. Quite a few. Very, very cool. 2 bucks. All right, I love it. It is 28 degrees here at the Eagle, which is the coldest it's been since last, I guess probably February, maybe March, but certainly the coldest it's been since summer, since the winters beset upon us. But you know, hey, it's after Thanksgiving, and the last Sunday in November. My crowd is getting ready to go to church. We're going to fill a pew or two this morning, and got lots to be thankful for. Thanksgiving Sunday, I guess we'll call it. Lots to be thankful for. Tons to be thankful for. We can't begin to even start thanking God for all the good that He has in our lives on a daily basis, no matter what kind of circumstances we might go through. And of course, not only that, as we traverse through this short period of time here on earth, we've got eternity to look forward to. Jesus has been 2,000 years preparing a place for us. My goodness, what is that place going to be like? As great as this is, I'm going to get my hair cut here on this Sunday morning. Jordan went out to Jack's truck to get Sherry's scissors and comb out. I just got out of the shower, get my hair cut and get Chris up. Everybody will do everything it takes to get ready on Sunday morning to go to church and worship God. The deer, they're probably enjoying the cold weather, but they probably not like it too awful much either. With all the bucks running around, they're probably enjoying a little bit because they've definitely hot in the rut right now. Very hot in the rut right now. Beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. Praise God. Eating fresh, free breakfast out there. My babies, yes, they are. Eating free breakfast. Going to get up probably in the 40s today. We got 2 or 3 days of these. Going to get down in maybe single digits the next night or two. But gosh, it looks like it's gorgeous out there. And it is. It's just cold, bitter cold, bitter cold, bitter cold. It's 35 degrees this morning. And there are turkeys virtually everywhere. Virtually everywhere. This is on the driveway side of the house, obviously. And I don't know how many are out there. Look out there around the feeder and the bird barrels. It's barely daylight. I don't know exactly how good my focus will be pointing out that direction. But as you pan through there, it's just an incredible amount of wild turkey. I'm talking an incredible amount of wild turkey. I don't know how many are out there. I guess I could try to count them. But Ellie just went out of the house for the morning, so they're going to move on around a little bit because she's walking out in the yard. Put them on the move. They didn't go far. They headed toward the feeder. She's sitting there on the porch watching them, looking at them. I had to count quick, and so I didn't get the counting done. But that's an awesome amount of wild turkey. An awesome amount of turkey. What a sight to start the day. Definitely no complaint from Jimmy and all that. They may be around the front yard. Might be able to get a bit better look at them. That's gorgeous. Absolutely. That's amazing. That's a lot of birds right there. Be a lot of gobbling pretty soon. There they go. Heading out to spend their day. There must be 40 birds out there. There must be 40 birds out there. Golly. We have all the birds in the whole county living on Twin Eagle Ranch, it seems like. That is awesome. Awesome. 35 degrees, and the deer are enjoying the free breakfast out there this morning. There's a squirrel in the foreground, but 4 or 5 deer out there, beautiful deer. A couple of incredibly beautiful bucks. They're still definitely in the rut. Those are both definitely trophies. Can't get them to focus here in the early morning light. But those are both beautiful, beautiful, beautiful animals. That looks like a 10-point and an 8-point maybe. Both really big and wide. Incredibly beautiful deer. That's a 10. Both of them are 10 points, I suppose. At least 10. They may have some extra stuff on them. Both big, mature deer. Scoring above 150 for sure. Just absolutely incredible. Which is a testament to our breeding here. We don't sell deer. We don't sell any hunts. All we do is raise them and turn them loose in the woods, in the wild, and allow the great genetics from Hagelin Farms up in Iowa to spread across Twin Eagle Ranch and the surrounding ranches as well. That deer over there is really, really a beauty. That might be a 12-point. I think maybe he's a 12-point. Really big and wide, heavy. The horns are heavy. They've got everything you want. Very symmetrical. It's a beauty over there. This deer over here is really special. Really special. I think he's got at least, he's got 5 on that side. Maybe only 6 on one side, 5 on the other. Maybe it might be 11 or 12, but I don't know. But definitely nobody would throw rocks at that deer if you brought him to the party. That's for sure. Beautiful brow tines, beautiful big heavy deer, way on up there in weight. How's he managed to keep his antlers behind the tree there when we're trying to get a good look at him? Look at that. Look at that. That right side is really spectacular. Beautiful 6. I think 6x5 is what he is. I think the other one out there now has got his head hidden. It's 5x5. So that is about as good as it gets right there. They do get bigger, no doubt about it. He'll be larger next year. Still got a week of gun season left here in Oklahoma. My kids took 4 deer, 2 bucks, 2 does. And actually, the girls did almost all of the killing. Both of the big bucks killed by Jordan and Stormy. Sure proud of those girls. Teach your girls to love the outdoors, men, and women. If you love the outdoors, you teach your kid to love the outdoors. Teach your kids how to handle guns, bows, arrows. Teach them how to hunt. Their life will be incredibly richer. Not only that, they will become much, much better people. When they learn from God what the great outdoors is all about, look at those 2 bucks. That is just, spectacular. I'm talking spectacular. I love it so much. 22 degrees and a little froggy out there this morning. Not a lot of froggy. It was froggier than that, but the sun's come up. Have a few deer in the front yard, just some does and fawns. Nothing with antlers around, but it's a beautiful morning. It looks just inviting out there. It's not inviting. It's 22 degrees. That's right, 22 degrees. The coldest temperature we've had since the end of February last year. So we've got a bright sunshine up there poking through the trees that have no leaves on them. And we still have leaves across the lake on a lot of the trees. You're gonna barely see, it just looks dark over there. Crystal calm, beautiful morning. But grab your attention out there. It will grab your attention. 22 degrees. I'm kind of glad I'm inside, where it's a nice balmy 74. We keep it a little bit warmer since Chris got sick. She's a little more cold-natured. Likes to stay a little warmer. It's all right with me. I like it hot. Good morning, world. Let's have a great day. That is absolutely plumb crazy. Plumb crazy. You think they don't know? Look at here, the deer off down here. The deer off down here. And they're off down here because of the plumb craziness there. Look at that. Look at that. And they're eating everything they can get their grubby little mouth on. It looks like there's not much there, but what's there they're sucking up. They're trying to get into that feeder. They know that's in there. But look at that. That is a bunch. That's a herd of elk. Absolutely no doubt about it. A herd of elk. And there's no big bull out there. I guess the rut is over totally over. There's one small bull out there. We got several nice looking spikes running around. This spike's a small one out there. His antlers are behind that tree. I think I'll walk out there and run them off because there's just a bunch of them. It's got up to 35 degrees, by the way. There they go. And there they go, running off through the woods. Running off through the woods. Scared the deer off as well. There they are. A big bunch of definite herd of elk scattered out in the woods. They don't need to be messing around there. They'll fool around on how to figure out how to tear that feeder up. That's an old Texas hunter stand. I don't know how old that thing is, 15, 20 years old. It's really an old one. My buddy from Texas Hunter was here when they were checking the fish in the ranch in the lake, in Eagle Lake. He said, we need to get you a new feeder. And hadn't showed up in the mail, but it might. You never know. Hasn't been one delivered at my front gate yet. We got quite several old ones around. A new one right there would certainly look nicer, but that one's still doing the job. There's deer up there in the woods also. Deer are just staying out of the way of the elk. The law of big operates with elk and whitetail deer. As vicious and mean as a big whitetail buck can be, he's nothing compared to a cow elk. I'm not even talking about the bulls, just the cows. And just because of the law of big, but then looky here. Come back up through the woods there. As soon as I run the elk off, here come the deer back. Isn't that something? There's another big old buck up in that hill somewhere. I don't know if he's gonna come walking back. There's another deer coming back out there. That's a nice buck. Feet are just now going off. The feet are just now going off. They knew the time, so they were up here getting ready. And look, coming over here on this side. And those deer saying, thank you, Jimmy, for running those big old elk off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at there at the elk. It's starting to come back too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, boss. We love you, boss. Where's that elk? Oh, look at that. That is a pretty boy. Got a broken brow tine. Beautiful 9-point, maybe. The broken brow tine. The wind's starting to come up. Might be affecting my audio a little bit. And the elk back there is wanting to come up here. Elk's wanting to come up. Elk's wanting to come back, but I'm not going to let them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another big bull, big deer coming in back there. 8. That's TC. 8 deer here this morning. The elk are wanting to come back. I see another whitetail way off out there. That's a big giant buck as well. I'm gonna go run the elk off. I don't want them out there. Okay, the elk ran off, but they didn't run very far. You can see the deer, they kind of scattered a little bit. There comes TC coming in. TC's still looking pretty good. Hadn't broken off much. A couple other big bucks coming in. They're wild bucks, so they're pretty wary of me being up here. All right, guys coming on in. Another big one behind him coming in. And that elk trying to come in. That's a big, beautiful boy right there. 5x4. No tags, totally wild. That elk was really wanting in there. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Number 9 coming walking in right there. Another big, beautiful buck. And the elk up there waiting on me to leave. So we got 3 or 4 big, beautiful bucks here. And the elk waiting on me to leave. That cow or calf? Cow. She says, I need to get in there and get some of that. I need to get in there and get some of that. Quite a picture there this morning. The deer eating at the feeder because Jimmy's got the elk run off out there in the woods. Look at that. Look at all of them scattered out through there. There's probably 20 elk scattered out through there. I didn't count them. I don't know how many, but quite a few. The deer. So that's my South Fresh. Y'all go graze on the grass like you're supposed to. Y'all are elk, not deer. Not elk, deer. Elk. What a way. Water warmed up to 30, the air's warmed up to 35 degrees, by the way, from 22. So it's coming in the right direction. I'm short sleeves out here. I got a bad cold, and I'm out here in short sleeves. Smart, Jimmy, real smart. That's why you have a cold.